Namaste viewers, you're watching Mirror Prime. It's me, Ashish Pareek. Tonight we turn our attention to the unfolding financial crisis in Himachal Pradesh. The hilly state is now under a mountain of debt. Himachal Pradesh is grappling with a alarming debt of 86,589 crore rupees. The situation, viewers, is so bad that the Chief Minister Sukhu has now deferred the salaries and pensions for government employees, leaving about 2 lakh workers in the state with uncertainty and anxiety. The Congress government has also taken some steps, like the cabinet minister and the chief minister has given up their salary for 2 months. They've also cut subsidies as well to avoid the expenditure. But the big question is this enough? Will these measures truly lead to a sustainable solution, or are they merely a band-aid on a gaping wound? While the citizens look at Sukhu Sarkar to bail them out of the crisis, the chief minister is busy pointing fingers at the previous BJP government, claiming that they are the ones who left the state in ruins because of their freebie culture. And as we expected, the BJP has also hit back. Before we get you the details of this and discuss this in detail, let's listen into what Sukhu had to say in his exclusive interaction with my colleague.
फ्रीबीज बांटी बीजेपी ने दोष दे रहे हैं हमारे को। अरे हमने तो सरकारी कर्मचारियों को ओल्ड पेंशन स्कीम दी, हमने तो अपनी महिलाओं को 1500 दी। फ्रीबीज नहीं है, वो हमने उनको दी जिनको चाहिए। हमने उनको नहीं दी कि किसी का 5 स्टार होटल बनाओ, उसको 1 रुपये की सब्सिडी दे दी जाए, पानी का बिल माफ कर दिया जाए। उनको क्यों नहीं दिया?
तो पीएस का और 1500 रुपए का बर्डन भी तो फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन पे होगा सरकार की।
बिल्कुल होगा, पर ऐसा नहीं होगा। जो डिजर्व करता होगा उसको मिलेगी, जो डिजर्व नहीं करता होगा उसको नहीं मिलेगी। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि बिजली के बिल हमने सबके माफ कर दिए। ये किसने किया? बीजेपी ने किया। क्या ये सच नहीं है कि पानी के बिल भी सबके माफ कर दिए गए? होटल 5 स्टारों के को भी बिल नहीं देने की जरूरत पड़ रही? कई ये सब चीजें, क्या ये नहीं सत्य नहीं कि 50% सब्सिडी चुनावों से पहले भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने महिलाओं के लिए दी? क्या ये सत्य नहीं कि 6 रुपये डीजल के भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कम कर दिए बैठ के?
So clearly this is now Himachal Pradesh, which is reeling under financial crisis, a very tough situation. The fact that you don't even have money to the government employees, I think very few states have been in that position in the past. Joining us on the broadcast to discuss this and a lot more is our political panel here. Sanjay Sharma, BJP spokesperson from Himachal Pradesh, Shagun Dutt, who is also Congress spokesperson from Himachal Pradesh, and Vijay Sardana, who is a senior economist. Gentlemen, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast. Let me open this debate with Sanjay Sharma ji from the BJP. Sanjay Sharma ji, you're looking at what's happening in Himachal Pradesh. Give us your opinion about what the condition is.
Basically, this condition is reversed by the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, Sukhu, who has promised before the elections in their election manifesto, they have promised 1,500 rupees to each woman of the state. They have promised 300 free units to every household of Himachal Pradesh. They have promised 80 rupees and 100 rupees for the milk from cow and buffalo. So there are so many. There were 32 points in the manifesto, but the main 10 points, 10 guarantees, which were promised by the Congress party. So this is the fallout of the freebies in the state. BJP was giving 125 units free electricity, not to the average household. We were doing the things that were permissible within the budget of Himachal Pradesh. And in 2017, when the then Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh left the government, at that time, this 49,000 crores of the loan they on the state. And when we left, it was 75,000. It was 75,000. And in 18 months, they have crossed the limit of 30,000 more. So this is the fallout of the freebies. And Congress party should apologize to the people of the state that they have promised the wrong things to come into the power. So this is not the way. The way I would like to correct. They have not said that they are going to withdraw the salary of 2 months. That is delayed for 2 months of the ministers and their CPS and chairman, vice chairmen in the government. So Basically, what happened in the Karnataka? They have promised in their poll plan, in their poll manifesto.
Okay, we'll get into other states later. Shagun Dutt from the Congress. I'll get Shagunji in here. Shagunji, now the BJP is saying that they started the freebie culture, yes, but you made it worse. And I have some data with me right now, which I want you to help me understand. How does it make any sense? Because your chief minister, we just heard him speak to my colleague there, and he very directly pointed out the fact that this entire freebie culture was started by the BJP. This means that when Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu took over as the Himachal Pradesh chief minister, he had a lot of problems to deal with, a lot of financial troubles to deal with, and a lot of financial issues to bail Himachal out. When that condition of a state, do you think resorting to khata-khat politics, like for example, the old pension scheme, it has overshot your budget by 1,000 crore rupees. The 5 election promises, the election promises including the 1,500 rupees for women, it has overshot your budget by 800 crore rupees. Free electricity in 2024, 1,800 crore rupees has increased in your budget because of that. Do you think it makes sense, the fact that your state is already in debt and then you come out with these freebies?
Let me first correct the facts as has been produced by Sanjay Sharma ji, that when our government came into the power, we had inheritance of loan of about 75,000 crores and 10,000 crores pendency was due for the areas of the employees and the pensioners. And after that, our government has taken the loan of 21,366 crores, and out of which we have repaid the loan of 5,856 crores. So our net borrowing till this day is 15,502 crores. But the stepmotherly treatment of the Himachal by the central government has ended our economy in such a place. Our 9,200 crores of NPS is pending with PRDA. Last year, when the largest disaster of the last 5 decades came, we submitted a post-disaster need assessment of 9,000 crores to the central government, but not a penny has been received. So we gave a special package of 4,500 crores to the state and the relief manual. We changed the entire relief manual for the disaster. Earlier, when someone has lost his habitat in the Himachal Pradesh, rupees 30,000 was given to him. We increased that amount to rupees 1 lakh. So our majority of the budget was diverted towards disaster, but not a single penny was received from the central government. Although their national president belongs to Himachal Pradesh, and PM Modi keeps on saying that Himachal is his second home. But what help was given by the central government during this disaster? We demand a white paper on it.
Okay, Shagunji, I agree. Let's for a moment agree there's a stepmotherly treatment by the center. The center is not giving you money, you are being denied rights. But does it make any sense to spend 1,000 crore rupees extra on the old pension scheme in a state that doesn't have money? Does it make any sense to spend 800 crore rupees extra on the 1,500 rupees monthly amount that you're giving the khata-khat politics every single year when you have no money? Does it make any sense to spend 1,800 crore rupees extra on electricity when you have no money? So let's not talk about the center for a second. Let's talk about what the Sukhu government has done to at least, let's assume that the BJP ruined the economy. What have you done to make it better?
We are trying our level best to improve the economy of the state. We have tried to increase the revenue. The entire revenue that BJP generated. How?
That's the question. Shagunji,
from the liquor shop in the last 5 years.
Give us 5 points. Give us 5 points how Sukhuji has the steps that Mr. Sukhu has taken to revive the economy in Himachal Pradesh. 5 points.
Point number 1. The Jairam government has never had for the liquor policy. They have the liquor policy Jairam Thakur had made for the last 5 years. We have changed that policy and the revenue generation has increased by 3 times. The total revenue that Jairam government generated in the 5 years through liquor shops, we have generated 3 times of that revenue in a single year. So that was the first step that we have taken. Now we are taking other steps of the financial prudence, like today Chief Minister said in the Vidhan Sabha that we will give salaries on the 5th of every month and sanction on the 10th of every month so that we will save monthly 3 crore rupees and yearly 36 crore rupees, which we have to pay as extra interest by doing the overdraft. So we are taking many such steps and we are trying to reduce our expenses so that economy of the Himachal Pradesh can come on the track. Also, our 4,500 crores are pending with the BBM and we have asked the central government to intervene in the matter. Nothing has been done on their part. So we are trying our level best to improve the condition of the state. But their step-only treatment by the BJP government has landed our economy in such a place.
Shagunji, I asked you for 5 points. You gave me 3 points, but it's okay. Sanjay ji from the BJP is going to say कि घूम फिर के बाद BJP और center पे आ गई. So Sanjay ji, I'll ask you this question because Shagunji made this point and it make a lot of sense. The fact that when the BJP, when you give out freebies, call it welfare schemes. You say we are doing it for the welfare of the people. We are targeting only the people who actually need it. And when the other parties do it, you suddenly start calling it freebie politics. You start calling it khatakat politics. Is this the double standard of the BJP? That's the allegation coming in from the opposition.
In fact, Mr. Shagun, my friend, has forget the things what he did. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu did. He did when cabinet was not formed. He appointed 6 CPS, which was not in fashion in whole of the country. But he appointed to please his friends, to please his near and dear. He appointed 6 chief parliamentary secretaries with the cabinet ranks. He appointed a brigade of at least 2 dozen of the advisors with the cabinet rank. Was that not a burden on the state, on the exchequer of this state? So this is basically he could not understand how to run because he has not served as a minister, even in previous. So he was not aware. When government was formed, at least he should go through the state financial situation. But he has not taken the presentation. He was not doing the serious politics. He was not serious to run the government. If he was serious, the measures, the economic measures should be adopted earlier. So this is not the excuse.
Okay. Let's keep the politics aside. Sanjay ji, let's keep the politics aside for a second. Vijay Sardani, who's a senior economist, is here. Vijay ji, now this is a problem I think is across the nation. Fiscal deficit of many states we are looking at. It's a very worrying condition. For example, let's talk about Himachal now. I have the data with me. A staggering 79% of the total state's estimated revenue receipts are being spent on committed expenditures. These include salaries, these include pensions, interest payments. So when a state is paying 75% only on these things, where does it have money for any developmental activities? Where does it have money, especially a state like Himachal Pradesh, which sees so many floods and different natural disasters? There's no money for any development.
First of all, good evening to you and to the viewers. See, there is a PIL filed by me in Supreme Court where I asked the Supreme Court that please make a rule that every election manifesto must have a balance sheet page that what is the cost of all the promises made in the election manifesto. That should also be an integral part of every election manifesto, that how much money will be required to fulfill all these promises. Because data is all there in public. You have economic survey of every state, you have previous budgets, you have all the data. If political parties cannot understand the state in which they are going to fight elections and they have no understanding of economic reality of their own promises, then if they will come to power, they are bound to ruin the states. And that is what is happening in every state today.
Correct.
And the PIL is still pending in Supreme Court. The hearing has to conclude. So what we have to look at is that Honorable Court should also speed up national issues. Coming back to Himachal issue. See, today we are talking about, as you rightly said, that almost 80% is a committed expenditure. I was looking into the actual expenditure in 2020 to 23. I'm not even looking at revised estimate of 23-24. Actual. Even for minimum survival of the state, you need additional expenditure of 35,000 crores. you have public transport, you have hospitals, you have to provide medicines. What you are doing committed is only payment to the people and to the banks. And this is an interest accrual. You still have to pay the principal amount to the banks, which is not calculated here. So all your utilities, all your everything to sustain state with a minimum level of standard or existence, you need another 35,000 crores. Where is the money? Look at their own budget. They all are talking about. Now, let me tell you what is, problem with Himachal is, let me be very blunt and open. Himachal is in the grip of cartels. Today, Himachal, you see one of the worst transport union in the country is Himachal. That is why no investor wants to invest in Himachal.
Vijay, you're making a very valid point here about whether these political parties actually think about the expenditure of budget when they promise all these things on the manifesto. That's a larger debate that we also need to have.
Please understand, all these cartels, local police, local administration, local politicians are beneficiaries irrespective of political parties. Why Himachal has a bigger land space than Switzerland and more tourist destinations and hilly destinations than Switzerland is today reeling in debt? It is, see, Kashmir, there is a psychological problem. People don't want to travel.
Vijay, we're running short of time on the broadcast. I know you have a lot of points to make here, but we are unfortunately running short of time on the broadcast. My team is asking me to wrap. But again, a very important point that you also raised here, the fact that political parties should in fact also consider ramifications of all these freebies or welfare schemes or whatever they try to offer to the voters just before the elections, because this is the condition that you see here. It's not just about Himachal Pradesh. On the other hand, you also have Karnataka, where the Deputy Chief Minister comes out and says that there is absolutely no money left for development as well. So is the khatakat politics actually ruining the nation? That's a larger debate that needs to be